Hello, everybody, and welcome to Heart and Soul Connected. This evening, I'm pleased to have Tara. It's Tara, not Tara.
Tara.
It's Tara.
hmm
It's Tara
hmm
from Golden Heart Rising Tarot. And I'm excited to have you meet her and learn all about her. I was fortunate enough to go to her channel, sign up for her newsletter, and win a free reading.
That's right.
And it was wonderful. So, thank
Good.
you. Thank
Good.
you very much, Tara, for coming.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me. I'm
you're
excited
welcome.
to
You're
chat
welcome.
with you.
Thank you. I want to just say hi to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming in, and welcome. I did post Golden Heart Rising's link in this, but I will post it again so that you can check her out when we're all done. And so I just want to say hi to everybody, and I want to thank my subscribers, new and old alike. And I don't mean old in age, but yeah. And I'm sorry, but I have my dog with me tonight
Oh,
because she's
cute.
3 months old and she won't be
Oh,
quiet.
precious.
Yeah,
Oh, what's her
she's an
name?
her name is April Joy because that's what
Oh,
she was.
sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk your experiences, and we'd like to get to know you. So, when did you start reading cards, or when were you interested in reading them?
Probably about a year ago, actually. But it
That's
really
it.
comes, I know, and it comes with a history
Okay.
because I won't take too long going into the backstory because
Oh,
it
that's
could go
okay.
on
Oh
forever.
well, all right.
But I mean, even, even if you want to talk about past life stuff, like I know that there's something playing out with what I'm doing now with the card
Sure.
reading. And I
Hmm.
remember about 5 or 6 years ago, I was doing some past life regression, and the woman who was working with me, the Akashic records, like going back into the
Hmm.
records, she did tell me actually that I was going to work with symbols and that I'm a healer, light worker, da da da, and I was working corporate at the time,
Okay,
and
so that seems far fetched.
well, and I was, I've always been
Yeah.
spiritual. I've always been very interested
Hmm.
in, you know, everything else other than the 3D world, I guess, like just
Good.
very curious about things and always
Sure.
exploring things. And but I still had a career that that
Right.
occupied most of my time. So when she told me that, I was like, there's no way. And how am I going to make a living doing this? Like it just, for
Right.
me, it just didn't add
Uh huh.
up. And I couldn't see it at the time. And again, this was about 6 years ago. So fast forward to now, through a lot of transformation. Um, about a year ago, when Corona started, it wasn't, I mean, I was already going through a lot of transformation, like really, really huge stuff. And I had to make big changes in my life. Like I was at the point where
Hmm.
everything I was doing wasn't working as far as what I thought here, what I thought
Hmm.
was right for me, just it wasn't working. And it wasn't working to a point where it just was falling apart. And I had to
Right.
really stop and go deeper within myself and get more in touch with who I am. And so that's where I've been the last year. And
Hmm.
that's what also prompted me to start reading tarot. And I truthfully happened upon some YouTubers, and I was so fascinated by this. I was like, oh my goodness, how could they be so accurate reading one sign? And there was so much
Right.
information there. And then I got into the cards, and I've always been dabbling in things. So, but tarot was different for me. And there's so much to learn with card
Oh,
reading
there is.
with
Yeah.
tarot. Yeah,
True.
there's a lot. And
Yeah.
so I picked up a deck. And actually, the place that I'm in right now, I'm at my mom's house right now, and it's in the country, and it's really close to a village. Well, it's a city, but it's kind of like has a very strong hippie vibe. A lot of spirituality, a lot of yoga
Good.
studios, a lot of
Uh
this,
huh.
So it's a good fit. I mean,
Good
to be
support.
here,
Yeah.
totally,
Uh
to be
huh.
here at
Yeah.
this point in time, to have that space, and the environment's very nurturing. It's very supportive. It has a beautiful energy. And so, when in Rome, pick up a deck of cards and go into it. But even when I
Uh huh.
started learning them, I changed. And I know that through each card, and I just went into it. And I know that it really did something to me.
Uh huh.
If you want to go into past life stuff, I probably at some point down the line did something like this, because now for me, it feels like breathing. It feels so natural. Like I can just
Wow.
easily walk through the cards. And it's a lot of it also was trust,
Sure.
trusting
Yep.
intuition and not letting the mind, like, okay, this card means this and these two mean, and having the mind make logical
To put them
sense. You can't,
together. Right.
yeah, you have
Right.
to let it just flow. So that,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really wonderful. I have to tell
Mm.
you that I've had probably 4 or 5 other people that I have interviewed who have been opened up, I guess, within the
Mm.
last year or two. Started the same way. They were doing
Mm.
something in corporate, or they had their own business, or they had something that they did, and their guides or whatever said, listen, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And it's like, on YouTube? Really? Come on. And so it's just really interesting that you, again, another person. That's why I really
Mm.
think this community, this entire community, is meant to be, and
Yeah.
that people have been drawn here to spread the light.
Yeah,
And you're
absolutely.
one of those. Your
Yeah.
reading was fabulous. I would
Thank
have
you.
guessed you've been reading for 5 or 10 years at
Thank
least.
you.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely something there. I mean, I'm not going to
Yep.
discount a past story,
Right.
because again, just how it happened when I was learning them, like how I felt. And
Mhm.
there's only been there has only been two times when I felt like something like open up, like from here, like change me. And one was when I went into the Akasha records. And that's also what I want to do next. That's my next thing, is to go there. But it's like stepping stones, So I've
I
done,
know.
like, I've been in numerology. I've dabbled in numerology for years.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, this, and then the tarot. So it's just,
Hmm.
they're all tools. Like, and then
They are.
you can connect them, right? You start
Yep.
connecting the dots as well, which is really fascinating. So yeah.
Well, I had my Akashic records read
Mm.
probably about 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh.
And I was just doing sort of, I work with another medium, Susan Lynn. I work with a lot of different people, but she is a medium, and she has become a medium within the last few years. And after I had that Akashic Records, that night I met my guides and all these ancestors. They were flooding in I was
Wow.
telling everybody, in my bathroom. My bathroom was
Wow.
full of people because I got up at 3 o'clock to go to the bathroom. So, but it's since then, now I took a psychic class, and I also am taking a medium class
Hmm.
just to tone it and bring it out. But if you would have asked me, I'm just a college teacher, and I love this kind of thing. But I felt compelled to come here
Yeah.
and work with this community, even
I
though
love that.
yes. But you're just another one in the long line, and it really makes me very, very happy. It
Hmm.
does. It's like, we all agreed to meet here at some point.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there has been, over, even the people I've been meeting since I've been starting as well, a lot of women, some men as well. I don't want to discount, but I just
Right,
feel, I don't
right.
know, I just, for some reason, I've been meeting more women who are
Uh-huh.
going through this transformation and really being called to rise up and, move into a different, like, this line of work, astrology,
Hmm.
energy work, healing.
Yep.
I feel also there's, when you look at numerology, there's an interesting correlation with the year thousands, because that was in the 1 years. And that's all
Yes.
about the masculine. That's all about
Uh-huh.
leadership, being at the forefront, creating, innovating, creating modern societies and things, structures.
Yes.
And then the two is all about femininity. It's the mother, if you will. So the
Hmm.
2000s, and 2020, and this 222, 2022 is coming up. So I just feel like there's more opportunity, maybe, but also, like, energetically, I just feel like there's this
Yep.
transition from the more masculine now to the feminine as
Definitely.
well. Yeah.
Everybody's feeling it. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm putting together actually a class on goddesses, and I'm going to
Mm.
be doing that, but it's in a while. But yeah, I remember reading a book way back when that said that the goddesses kind of made an exit with the advent of writing, and
Mm.
so it's very interesting because nobody questioned us goddesses at the time, but we all got our own personal one too that
Yeah.
we celebrate. Wow. So tell us what are your favorite decks to use? Do you have any favorites?
Well, the one I use in my story is just a bit far away. I should have had them with me,
That's
but I
okay.
have
That's great.
The Fountain Tarot is the one I use on my YouTube channel. That's my primary one.
Primary one.
Although my secondary one that I use for just to go like a layer deeper, I'll use the it's the Universal Golden Tarot, and it's Italian design, and then it has a bit of gold leafing on it, and those are beautiful. And I just love the Renaissance style.
Oh yes.
And then I have the original Rider-Waite deck as well. I love working with the moon, so I do a lot of moon work. I have a moon program, like a manifestation program, but I also do YouTube readings on the new and the full moon, and so I use the Moonology deck for that one. That's more of an oracle, and then another oracle deck that I commonly use is the Seven Energies. I think I use that for you.
Yes,
that one's beautiful. I love that one.
Is.
And then the animal oracle, and that's pretty much it. Like those are my main cards. I don't even use the Rider-Waite deck actually. Like that's my third level if I really need to go deeper, but I usually don't get to that point. But yeah, I'm trying not to buy anymore because I know you can go down that that rabbit hole.
And I'm not even a card reader. I just love them. I read I like the oracles because for me they're easier because I teach English and everything is symbology. I just don't have the time to learn all of the tarot, but I love how people can put it all together so well. It's just fascinating. That's great.
I'm sure you could.
If I had more time. Yeah. So you're not working anywhere, but this is your business now.
This is pretty much it. I mean, I've had kind of that fine line that I'm on, truthfully, because like there have been, I worked contract for years, and there have been contracts coming up, and I do need to, I'm at that fine line where I'm taking a leap of faith, and this is what I'm meant to do, and I'm putting it all into this. But I've had contracts come up where sometimes I'm like, oh, I really need that, but I can't do it. I just can't go back. Yeah, it's all forward now.
You've already got your path sort of figured out.
For sure.
Yeah. So I want to make sure that I mention this, and I want to talk about what you're going to do. But I got your newsletter today, and it said that you were going to have a manifesting. Is it a class?
It's a program. I've been working on that for the last 6 months, and I did a pilot with a circle of friends for 2 of them, and then I launched it a few months ago. So I've been running it mostly one-on-one. So I'll work with people. I've created a journal. So it's about, how many pages? 14 to 16 pages probably, but it's not heavy work, but it's committed. Like it's like you'll see the results based on your commitment. If you're following it's just a strategy that works with the lunar cycles. So the full moon, the waxing crescent, the first quarter, like they all have different energies to them. And so when you work with each phase, then you can amplify your manifestation. It's honestly like an amplifier for what you want to create. So it's taking your manifestation to the next level. And I've seen so many people create incredible changes within themselves and within their outer world, and also becoming more in tune with themselves. Like becoming more understanding with their emotions, more connected with the moon and the zodiac signs. As the moon passes through each zodiac, there's a flavor to it, so understanding that, and the more that we can work with that energy, because it's right there, it does affect us, right?
It certainly does.
The more we can work with it, the more in flow we are with ourselves and with life, and we don't get like so confused and so down when things aren't happening, or if we're feeling this way, or if we're affected by something strongly, then we have an ability to almost master that in a way, so we don't let it be destructive to us, So it's really amazing. So the one-on-one program is basically where I'd work with people and give them readings at each phase. And each phase has its own theme. So, as you know, a new moon is all about starting your manifestation. It's a clean slate. The full moon is all about releasing and harvesting. So each one has a bit of a theme. So the readings are about that. And then I work with each person one-on-one, and then throughout each zodiac passing, I give them a moon oracle pull, and then I just keep reminding them to meditate, or like they do have it's kind of like a workout schedule for the soul. I call it.
For the soul. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely. That's it. And then
Something very different. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and then
like
I
it.
just started the workshops where it's more self-guided. So I don't do the one-on-one. It's just a video where I would give
Okay.
them instruction,
Uh-huh.
and it's less expensive. It's not as costly, So it's just
Yeah,
nice for people to just do it at their own pace, and they can just watch the videos, and then I'll do a reading there as well. Yeah.
that's great. So
Hmm.
you are available, obviously, because you read for me in private readings,
Yeah.
and people can book your readings with you anytime that they'd like to. And you also do, is it just monthly or is it sometimes weekly astrological? I can't remember. What
On
ones? Because
YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah.
I do quite a lot actually.
I
So
think you do. Yeah.
I actually took one out because I was overdoing it for myself. But
Okay.
I'll do the month forecast, so the month ahead for zodiacs and life path numbers.
Okay.
And then I just stick to zodiacs for the rest of it. So I'll do the zodiac love readings, the zodiac career readings, and then the moon ones for zodiac. So if I
Okay.
have time, I'll throw in like a 3 month check-in,
Hmm.
but right now that's pretty much it. But it's a pretty good
Yeah.
schedule to have.
Good.
Yeah.
Have you got any plans to work with any other readers, like in a situation like this?
Not yet. I'd be open to it.
Good.
I've worked with astrologers, so
Uh-huh.
I'm teaming up with a couple astrologers here and there. I'd like to anyway.
Good.
Like we're talking about things in that respect,
Good.
especially with the moon program.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, there's a
Good.
lot of opportunity for these things for sure.
Good. That's good to know. I'll pass that along to
Thank you.
anybody that is,
Sure.
because there's a lot of shows out there, different types of shows.
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you ever? Well, you don't use StreamYard because most of your stuff is taped unless it's private.
Right.
So, how comfortable are you to pull cards in a live setting?
Yeah,
Have you ever?
comfortable. Very.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to do more live, or I've
Yeah.
done lives on Instagram, but not on
Yeah.
YouTube, which I need to do.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you go and pick out your deck. Go get your deck. It's
Sure.
over there.
Okay.
And anybody has a question, they can put it in the chat. We'll see. We'll take your
Sure.
question.
Okay. One
Great.
second.
All right. Take your time. Yeah. So anybody that would like to have a reading by Tara, she could pull some cards for you. Just put it in the chat and see what I'm going to ask a question. Yeah,
Okay.
very good. And get you guys going. I see that someone's talking about living in Australia, and they're glad that they're not in Sydney, um, and so because there's a lockdown.
Hmm.
And
Right.
so, how long do maybe I don't know if you. Sometimes you can't tell by the cards, but do you have anything to say about that particular lockdown? Let's put it that way.
In Australia in the lockdown. Okay. Yeah. And by
Yeah,
the way, I don't do timelines with
that's
tarot
okay. No,
because
a lot of people don't.
they're
Yeah.
never accurate, and
No, I know
I have
because
tried that on
because
myself as
I
well, and
know the other side is has a different timeline than we do. That's why.
exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly. But what I do is I do sometimes by events. So I'll do
okay.
through a series of events. So is that's what I think I'll do for this one exactly.
Okay. That's
I'll
good.
look at what's happening right now, and then I'll look at just a series of events after that, what's going to
That's
happen.
fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I may
Thank
have
you for being
done that for
willing.
you as
Yeah. Yeah, you
okay.
did.
So this is in
Uh-huh.
Australia with the lockdown.
Yeah, there's a lot down there. Sit in Sydney, I guess.
Sydney. I think it could be in a few other places as well, as I recall.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. They don't have the vaccinations like we do right now. I want to thank the Tarot Love community who comes on and does a lot of work for me as a moderator. And I want to invite Golden Heart Rising to go there. I will send her a link to it if she wishes. And also, thanks, Renee. It's a great place to sign up to see what's going on.
Yeah, you know what? Ooh, I just got chills with this for some reason. My
Uh-oh.
goodness. It's not bad. It's actually really good. That's why I
Okay.
was like, oh,
All
that's
right.
I
Good.
don't know why that I don't know why I
That's
got
good.
the shivers. I
Uh-huh.
asked so the main I guess like the overarching energy for what's happening right now is magician. Sorry, I have to get my camera
Ah,
straight.
that's okay.
So really what this is pointing to, I pulled up 6 cards here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of energy pointing towards new beginnings, right?
Ooh.
And
Uh-huh.
sometimes when these things happen, it's because, and a lot of this COVID, things with COVID that's been happening is for us to restart in some way
It
and us
is.
to really analyze and look at things and do things differently and to look at things differently, manifest new beginnings and opportunities, connections as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what's happening right now. And it's interesting. So this is new. Whatever's happening in Australia, there's a new, it is a lockdown and a lot of people may feel isolated for a while, the 5 of coins. So remember with this one, uh, with this particular card, it's perception.
Right.
And, you can choose to look at the downside of things. You can choose to look at, the negative side and let that get
Mm.
carried away with perception, or you can look at the light. And you can see with these people here, they're sitting in the cold, they're looking down at the ground,
They're looking down.
all
Right.
they're seeing is the darkness, the doom and gloom, but the light shining right there, and they're so close to it, right? So it's just a matter of looking up. It's a matter of looking at things for as an opportunity, right? So it
That's
is
awesome.
leading to a new beginning. It is leading to not a new beginning. It's leading to something stronger. It's leading to a stronger, stable outcome. That's
Yeah.
what is happening here. It's building something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Page of Cups. You have 2 pages with this. So I just feel that it's something is
Messages. Yeah. Isn't it?
there's
Yeah.
well this one, yeah, it's messages. It's also creativity. It's like I said, when things change, there's opportunity for new to build new, to look at things in a new way, to be creative, to think outside the box as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's just bringing a lot of change in a good way, in a very
In a good
positive
way.
way. We have the
Uh,
Chariot. I feel it's going to make people stronger. I feel it's going to, this is, sorry, this is backwards. This is
I
back, the
know. I know.
camera's backwards, so I'm
It's okay.
trying to figure it out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we have the Chariot as Cancerian energy, actually, and we are in Cancer
Mm-hmm.
season now. So
Right.
maybe within this season, within this month rather, there could be a lot of change that's going to make people feel just stronger and more confident about the future rather than
That's,
being lost and uncertain of things. I feel like there's going to be more ability to create the future from a new beginning, look at things
uh-huh.
a bit differently, start manifesting and creating what you want, and coming together in a way that is stronger.
Yeah.
So whatever this is, it is leading to somewhere good,
Yeah.
right? So there's nothing
Excellent.
bad, there's nothing to be alarmed of. If
Mm-hmm.
anything, see it as an opportunity, really.
I took that. A lot of people took this COVID lockdown that we had in the United States, and those people who had the wherewithal to take the time to learn something new, to do something new,
Exactly.
to find a positive spin, have really done very well for themselves, and
Mhm.
they're not so negative. I'm still wearing a mask. I've had my vaccine. My mask says vaccinated, but still masking because
Sure.
I guess Delta virus really creeps me out. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I'm real happy that a lot of people. I mean, people wrote books. They did all kinds of stuff. It
Oh,
was
I
crazy.
know. It's great. And community has really gotten together as well,
Uh
in
huh.
many aspects. Mhm.
All right, Melinda, you want a general reading? In
General.
what area? Can you tell us? Do you wanted a general reading in career, love, relationships, health? I don't know. Let us know so I can let Tara know. Hold on, I gotta come down here.
Well, the cards are already coming out, so
Are they
we
okay?
can we
All
can
right,
just we can
no
just start
worries.
and see what
No
happens,
worries.
what shows up here
Uh-huh. Okay, sure.
for Melinda. General. So is Melinda there speaking
Yes,
with you?
Melinda's here, but I didn't see anything, but that's fine. General is fine.
Okay.
Melinda's a lot of the times on my channel, so.
Okay. Melinda. Well, Melinda is at the end of a chapter where she has, oh my goodness, I'm tongue tied for words. She has been through a lot. She's been carrying a lot of weight, a lot of burdens, or just even not really sure where the end is in sight, not the 10 of Wands. So she's coming to this end. So things are ending for her, but it's been a long haul. It's been heavy and hard to see the end in sight, like just really uncertain with that, but it is coming to an end for her. Let's see where this is going.
Melinda, I think you'll be happy about that.
Well, we have the Queen of Coins, so this is where things are going, more stability, being very resourceful, very practical. This is Taurus energy, so really creating things out of love and just, very practical energy of the earth space, of career, finances, the home, the family. So starting to see where things are going with regards to possessions and creation, like, again, family stability, these sort of things. Let's just get two more for her. So there could be healing of the heart as well. So Melinda, I'm not sure if that has to do with that 10 of Wands, like working through something that maybe was a little bit heavy, was a lot of weight, really trying to work through some of these things, matters of the heart perhaps. But this is a card of forgiveness. It's a card of, if something has been hurting the heart or just in the background, it's a reminder to forgive, to work through the energy cutting, to let things go so that you can break free from that, so that you can fully move on, so that you can step into, with the 10 of Wands, I want to see a new beginning with light, with light energy, with ease. And we'll get one more. We have another Taurus energy here with the Hierophant. So there could be something to learn from this. You may have learned through this. There might be something to explore with regards to seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom through this experience as well. Maybe there's someone to seek guidance through for these matters. That could be something of a high level commitment there.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That was great.
You're welcome.
All right. We got another one here. Ellen Galinsky wonders if her daughter will ever reconcile with her.
Okay. Well, sad. First, I'm sorry that, Ellen, I'm sorry you're having to go through that. Let's see. Daughter.
We'll try to get to people's readings tonight. I don't know if I can get it to. I see you. I got a lot of them. I always do.
Oh, you do?
We'll get to them, but we'll see how long. Yeah,
sure,
we can do it. I don't want to put her on the spot here either.
That's fine.
Okay.
I do feel there is going to be a reconciliation. There's a lot of fear right now with the Moon card. The fears create illusions. We look at things sometimes not as the truth that they are because of the fear that we're in. So sometimes we construct our reality of a situation based on some fears that we hold internally. So I feel like there could be some fears, maybe Ellen, or it's your daughter. I'm not sure, either or. I'm pulling these generally. I didn't have a specific layout.
That's right.
But the moon has come up to maybe even look at the situation maybe in a different light. Also, you could use the moon energy to change the energy of the situation. So by working with the lunar cycles, you're able to change some of the energy. And remember, everything is energy at the end of the day. And so if you're feeling like you're never going to reconcile with your daughter, you might not. But if you feel like you will, and you put that intention out there, and you ask for reconciliation, you ask for there to be love and whatever to bring the two of you together, then that's what will happen. But sometimes things need to happen, almost deconstruct, for things to reconstruct as well. So there has to be a very open mind with that. But maybe there's an opportunity here to A, work with the moon, B, to go inside and look at maybe some fears. Maybe there are some internal fears that need to be addressed. you're in the dark about things. Again, this 10 of Wands for this other, from the other
Wow.
reader for this one, seems like a theme.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
you're lost with the situation. You're not sure if this is ever going to change, if you're ever going to have your answers with the situation, but it is coming to an end. You have the Knight of Cups, which is there. I feel like there is going to be a message. I feel like there's going to be a conversation from the heart. I feel like there's going to be an open discussion, very vulnerable, very open. So call it in if this is what you want. And it's going to bring in temperance, which is flow and balance back into the dynamic of the relationship.
That's great.
So there you go. Yeah.
Well, I had a rift with my own brother for 14 years. I never thought it would go away, and it did. I didn't like it took so long, but
Yeah.
something came up, and that's the way it went.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes things take a long time.
they take a
I
while.
get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just, can it take any longer?
Oh, I forgot before you answer this question. I know you're a numerologist, but I was thrilled today because today's 7/7, and I love 7/7
Oh,
and 8/8
I didn't even pay attention to that. You're right.
Yeah, and that's spiritual, isn't it? A spiritual number. Yeah,
7 is,
yeah.
and 7 is. It's also it's definitely spiritual, but it's also when you see the repeating sevens, it's to trust. There's a big trust factor as well with that one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm
surrendering to the universe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Ultimate Cat Mom. I have not dated since your husband passed. Do you see romantic love?
Okay. Let's take a look.
You might want to take the moon class, the manifesting moon class with Tara.
Yes. It's definitely a lot of these courses. I mean, everyone has their own path and their own desires and all these things. And, but a lot of people have used this to let go of old energy, to open up for new, if it's a relationship, if it's career, if it's anything, but that's also part of it. If you again, think of everything as energy, like healing from the past and letting go of limiting beliefs or blockages and things like that. And that very much is what that does as well. So
that's awesome. I've had really good luck with moon manifesting.
Good. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
And also solstice. I've also had, solstice and equinox luck, I guess.
It's beautiful. I love that. I love that. Yeah. And it's working with the natural rhythms that we used to work with thousands of years ago, and we've lost that, and to work back, to move back into that natural rhythm with our environment and our energies around us is the way to go, for sure. So, okay. Sorry. Widow. Okay. Not dated and romantic in the future. Okay. So let's go to this one. Well, there's something opening up.
Okay.
Still have to heal the heart. There's some still heart energy there. Let's see.
Well, that's a particularly hard thing to get over because it's not a choice. When you get divorced, it's a little different. When you lose somebody, it's totally different than that.
Yeah. Well, I definitely can tell that you want to open up. There's opportunity there to open things up. This is the 8 of Wands. It's all about open up for energy, open up for opportunity, relocation, communication, like just opening the channels. So I feel like either you want this, or you're doing this, or this is something that you're trying to do. The thing that's getting in the way is the 3 of Swords, which is matters of the heart. So healing fully from the past. And remember, if you look at everything as energy, sometimes when we have attachments to things from the past or things that have happened or matters of the heart, then it prevents us from fully opening up for something new, for fully opening up for what we want. So it is a matter of maybe, releasing, cord cutting, anything of that nature. The Hermit. So you will need to go inward more for this introspection, take some time for yourself, really call it in, like really dig deeper into self to see what is either holding you back or what do you need to do to open up for new love. Are you really ready for new love? Like sometimes we want it, but inside we're maybe not there yet too. So so maybe there's something there, but when you do, you get the 2 of Cups.
Oh, right.
So this is divine union. This is a divine partnership. So yes, it is in the future. It is out there. Yeah, it is. It's just a matter of It's just a matter of this,
Faith. Faith.
you know,
Yep.
going inward and
Right.
healing that heart of yours,
Feeling the
and
heart.
you'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go, girlfriend. Sherry is a Gemini. She said
Gemini.
if that helps, can you tell me something
Perfect.
general?
Okay, Sherry. All right. I know the Gemini readings actually lately have been, I mean, the general readings have been quite intense. So let's see.
Mm-hmm.
King of
My
Coins.
husband's a Gemini, and he's been going through a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'd like to catch up on some of that
Okay.
news there.
Well, he's working at a practice, and he wants to buy it, and there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of
Oh,
secrets
okay.
that were not told to the wife, and so they have to be dug out before we can do anything, including
Okay.
bills that weren't paid, taxes that weren't paid,
Oh,
just
geez.
all kinds of stuff. So he's been going through that and traveling back and forth about 200 miles a week. So
I do remember
yeah.
the travel. I do remember, yeah, because I did the reading on this, so that's
You
why I
did?
was curious where things
Yeah, we're
were
bringing our
headed.
RV up there next week, so he's
Okay.
not going to have to do
It
that.
sounded promising. Like it sounded
Yeah,
like things were moving
yeah.
and going
They're
to,
moving. They're just
it's
slow
more
wheels. Yeah,
a lot of work in the background. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, Gemini. So I feel that career-wise, you're doing really well. I feel like you are maybe upgrading in your career or how you see your career, the future of your career. The King of Coins is the King Midas touch. This is Virgo energy. I feel this is you, though. I feel like this is very much, you're very comfortable with your career. Again, you could be moving up in your career or building something or creating something of a higher wealth. And if you are, keep going with it, because this card here, if you can see, very confident, very self-assured, very using a lot of wisdom, using a lot of like expertise in your industry to build great wealth, great success. Whatever you're working on, there could be something new. This could be actually, I'll show these two cards together. This could be something new that you're working on here that is going to lead to a lot of success. Maybe you're starting to have a newfound sense of energy within yourself as with regards to getting excited about your future. So I feel like there's something opening up for you. I feel like there is this new energy coming to the forefront where you're starting to feel excited about your future in a new way. So I feel like you have gone through a conflict. I feel like this is old. I don't feel like this is something that you're looking forward to. I feel like it's something you're moving from. I feel like maybe you've had to go through something in the past where you're having to deal with someone, work through some kind of issue, be very confident through that, resolve things in a very clear way. This could also, if this is Gemini, I just feel like Gemini, there's been something with Gemini on that front. So I feel like that's kind of a general reading, even just you mentioned with your husband as well, Ali, with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
maybe if that's resonating. And then also ending this off with a fountain. And this is exclusive to the fountain tarot that I use. It has the infinity sign above, sorry, which is all about, it's the karmic law of cause and effect. It's everything's in flow and rhythm. And I feel like you, Sherry, are moving, upgrading spiritually. I feel like you're evolving and opening up in a way where it's letting go of, labeling or expectations. It's seeing things as one. It's really it's beautiful, beautiful card. And sometimes you can see the illustration on here is beautiful. It's almost like when we go through those really difficult times in life, that's what opens us up. That's what,
It
really
does.
helps us evolve and upgrade and see things and feel things differently. So that's a little bit of what you could be going through
That's
right now.
excellent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just have to take a leap, like you did,
Yeah. Yeah,
and,
exactly.
and hope there's a net there that's going to catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one here from Gina. Gina, is it Gina? Okay. She said actually COVID has strained her finances, I think she's trying to say. Will she be able to keep her house?
Okay. That's a tricky, I'll try to see. Okay. Let's see. Gina.
Pulling some great.
I would say yes. Actually,
Yeah.
let's see. I don't know if there's like a love reading in there. I don't know, just these two cards that are all about relationship. But you have here, yeah, you're definitely at a loss. You've lost something. You've had financial loss. Again, with the same card, this card comes up a lot with COVID. Isolation, being in the dark, feeling lost, confused, alone, losing finances, losing your home. I mean, this is a lot of loss here with this card, in the dark, in the cold, left out in the cold, trying to find your way through things, but remember the light. Just look at the positives of things, and everything is energy. So we can turn things around by the way that we look at things. We can manifest what we want. We can start creating. And I know it's difficult when you're stressed. Trust me, like it is honestly Jedi mind power work if you can rewire your brain while you're in this. Like, it is really difficult when you're stressed. You have payments, you have demands, but if you can change your outlook and your perception and turn it into a positive, then you're going to create this.
Ooh.
Which is, it's like
Get what you want.
You get what you want, like if you're in fear that you're going to lose your house, if that's where your mind is, then, but if you change it and you look at the light, you look at this as an opportunity, you're going to get stability, security, finances, your home, everything. So I don't feel it's going away, but just be careful of perception of where the mind is going. Also, I don't know what else is going on over there, but you got some love coming in.
Ooh.
You have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So I don't know if this is.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just reading the cards here.
Maybe it is fiance. I don't know, because that word comes up. So
maybe it is fiance. If it is, there's a new love cycle coming in your way with a love offer.
All right.
And Cancer energy here. No, wait, this side. Cancer energy.
Yeah.
Just saying. Or if it's not a love reading, then it's just, like your cup is going to be full. If it's feeling empty now, it's going to be full, and you're going to go into a new cycle with matters of the heart and moving forward in a very loving way, just very full. So it could be a love reading.
That's pretty good. All right. So we have a similar one from Audrey. She's writing a letter because she wants her landlord not to raise her rent for the second time, because her daughter lost her job, and there's tough times. I don't know why people don't understand that are landlords. And
it's a ripple effect too, because maybe the landlord has been affected in some other way as well, and they're trying to make their payments. I don't know. Everyone's being affected at this time, but that's the worst, when rent gets unexpectedly raised. Okay, so. Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for your questions.
I love this, by the way. I mean, this is, again, for me, it's just such a natural thing. I could do this all day, or I do it all day.
But you can have some fun with live people too.
Sure, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, Audrey, there's really nice energy here with with the Knight of Cups. And I feel that, I feel the situation can be resolved. It's a difficult question. I'm not really sure what the question or where to pinpoint the exact ask to with the situation, but there is something here which is I feel like speaking very vulnerably and being very open with the heart rather than confrontational would actually help the situation, because sometimes it's easy to get angry and mad and pissed off and direct that at the person who's doing something that doesn't seem fair or right. But try to approach it in a way where you're speaking from the heart. Try to have a very open, vulnerable, heart-to-heart conversation. I feel like that will help. I feel like there's also time to go inward at this time. Like there's something that I feel you're going to come out of with regards to letting go of some old stuff, you know, like maybe it's just been a hard time, but you are coming out of it. You are coming to the end of it right here with this 10 of Swords. So, you know, maybe this energy is affecting what's happening with you at this time, what you've been like this 10 of Swords energy. Maybe it's been difficult to go through outer circumstances because of something else that's playing out in your life. So sometimes when we have, you know, one area of our life that's very difficult, we also attract other problems because we're, you know, really going through a tough circumstance on the other side. So I do apologize if this is something you're going through, but you are coming to the end of it. And as your outcome, you're going to be in a place of very highly sensitive, you know, feeling people really deeply and well, very intuitive, very in flow with emotions. And this is where we want to be, essentially, you know, using our heart and our intuition to guide us through matters with people.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps us understand where they're coming from, and to actually work through the situation and the dynamic with people based on our intuitive connection with them. So I feel like this is where you're going, and I feel like there's something there with that can also help you through this particular situation. So anyway, I hope that resonates with you there.
I wish you well, Audrey. I hope everything
Yeah.
works out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ginger, I'm going to put your question up, but I just want to show this one first to Tara. Nancy Jean has a garden. She makes crystal grids, and she does
Nice.
lots of work with readers. So if you're interested,
Sure.
check out Nancy Jean's garden.
Sure.
She's always looking for collaborators.
All right.
Ginger wants to know this very kind of disturbing question. I'm sorry if you think that somebody caused your dad's death. There must have been a reason for you feeling that way. And I'm also wondering if you mean that, you know, there are people that can yell at somebody and get really angry with them, and then a person has a heart attack.
Right.
And so they didn't like kill them with a stabbing with a knife or anything, but maybe emotionally. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, let's see what comes up.
Sure.
Ginger. Well, there was only one card that I would say would be foul play, and it hasn't come up. So, but what is showing here is that whatever has happened, either for you or your family, has allowed for a new chapter to unfold. There's nothing coming up here as foul play or deception or anything of that level. So it's hard to say. I don't know how he died or anything of that level. But I'm not really getting anything of that foul play coming up at all. It has closed a chapter for you. So again, I almost want to say perception as well. Like, try and look at things as in a bigger picture. We do have the Hangman, so I'll get to that in just a moment. We have the Fountain again for you, Ginger, which is very much about sometimes when we go through these big losses, we go through a lot of change. We also upgrade ourselves, like we split open, so to speak, energetically because of going into that deeper pain or deeper evolutionary type of change that happens in our life. So I feel like that is something that you could be experiencing, or your family could be experiencing at this time. You're probably, I feel this is you yourself here, where you're unable to see between two things, and maybe you're unable to allow yourself to be content, or you're unable to allow yourself to see things from a bigger picture. You know, so I feel like this woman with the blindfold here, it basically is almost saying that you yourself are blinded at this time. So it's time to, remove the blindfold and to look for contentment and to look at things from the bigger picture. So I'm sorry if that doesn't answer the direct question. I don't, unfortunately. See, I don't have like the psychic abilities like some, and I actually truthfully don't want to go there from what I do personally because to me it seems a bit sensitive. So I try not to like focus on that, but just what the cards say. Yeah, that's what's coming up.
All right. Yes, I will definitely provide Golden Heart Rising's link as soon as this ends. And boy, there's some good comments really resonating here. I'm trying to
Thank
go
you.
back. I'm trying not to miss anybody question before I move in here. All right. Yeah, we're right. We're getting to the end of the hour, so I just want to make sure that I can have you answer. And I did say, please stop asking because, you know, sometimes 15 minutes goes by and all right. So we got Ginger. All right. Kevin's Loving Vibrations Tarot. Well, Kevin, I'll have to check you out. Let me know if you want to come on a show with me as well. All right. Let's see. Um, Oh yes, Sharon Sipe, one of the committee moderators. She just got her second COVID shot. Very good. All right. Let's see. Sorry, I just saw some. Ultimate Cat Mom asked the question about finding love again. She says that he passed 2 years and 9 months ago. So yeah, it's about time for you
It's
to get out
time.
there and have some
It's
fun.
it's waiting for you. It is
It is
there.
waiting for you. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
Sherry, so you do have a new boss.
and she's verifying that. All right, here's one. Ah,
Well, my daughters and their husbands start getting along with each other. Family feud happening.
family is actually the hardest people to get along with. Like, think about Thanksgiving when we all get together and it's like, oh, what problem is going to come up this time? I don't know what it is, but people tend to
Okay.
get
Okay,
really
so I'll
wet.
look at the daughters and
All
then I'll look at
right.
the husbands separately and what's happening between them. Linda.
I'm going to take Linda's and Martha's, and then let's see. Oh, thank you, Tarot Love Community, for putting up Golden Heart Rising link to her page. Thank you. I appreciate it. And
All
I'm going to
right.
send her a link to yours. Okay.
Okay, so we have a lot of, I feel there's a lot of power, like power play stuff happening
Uh-huh.
between the dynamic of the daughters and the husbands. So I'm assuming it's like one married couple versus another married couple, I think, right? Daughters and the husbands. So, or is it their, like the actual daughters and their own husband, or is it the other husband? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just feel like I look into daughters and I feel like there's a very strong energy here, like very, like both sides, the daughters and husbands, whatever dynamic they are very strong in their career, very powerful, very driven with regards to success. The husbands want the home, the perfect home. They want balance. They work very hard to achieve balance. They're focused on home stability, da da da. And so they could be very, very strong and stubborn about that, about what they want with regards to that home, to that stability, to having the roof over their head and, being the provider. And the women are very more nurturing, but still have this king of coins, which is very, again, like very strong energy around finances, around the home, around like managing things, So I do feel there's a bit of a power struggle between the two of them. I do feel that there is going to be a time where they will either walk away from the situation, and establish some healthy boundaries, like really do what it needs to take. I'm not sure if it's leaving the situation, like separating. I feel like they're going to upgrade, like they're going to leave their differences behind and give themselves the time and space to do so. Maybe now they're giving themselves the time and space to just sort things out, to work things through. I'm sorry, I don't know the entire situation, so I do hope that is resonating. But there is going to be a point where there is going to be leaving the old behind, leaving the old story or the old situation behind. So it could be resolution. It could just be, you know what, guys, let's just walk away from the situation altogether, whatever that means.
Right.
Yeah.
I sometimes think that couples tend to also compete against each other in some ways.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, I got a new car and I'm going
Mhm.
to Hawaii, and what
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the same or not,
Mhm.
Linda. Okay. And finally, we have Martha asking about
Martha,
any messages.
spirit, family. Okay. Sure. Okay, Martha for.
Sorry to hear you guys. Some of you are experiencing some internet issues. That's my life normally. It's
You know,
probably
we're all
because
on
of the weather.
technology now, so it
Yeah,
just,
I know. Yeah,
it's, you know, that love-hate relationship.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so any messages for Martha from her spirit guides?
I'm not taking any more questions, but I will take your question, Marianne, before we go, okay? But there's no more questions. Hello, Susan Lynn.
Well, Martha, here are your messages. So if you are thinking about something, if you have something you're thinking about that you want to do, something that could make you happy, the answer is yes. You need to do this, whatever this is.
Okay.
It's time to manifest. It's time to create what you're wishing, what you're desiring. And sometimes we think of these things as a little idea, like, oh, that would be interesting to do, but then we never do it, you know, or we think that we might be good at something, but then our mind gets in the way and sabotages it. It's like, oh, well, maybe I'll just leave that for later. No, if there's something that you're thinking about right now, if there's something you're interested in doing, do it. Definitely pursue whatever it is. If there's something there, even if it's a thought, if it's an idea, if it's a little gift that you have inside of you, it's time to do that and take that leap of faith. Start manifesting, creating your future. We manifest all the time, right? We're always manifesting. So start turning your manifestations into the direction that you want, into what you want to create. And it's time to let go of the past. It's time to turn around from where you've been and start looking into your future, because there's a gift for you. The universe is trying to give you a gift, and that's what this is. So with the Five of Cups, it's perception. I'll get this right at one point.
It's
It's
okay.
perception. It's perception, right?
Uh-huh.
So this man is dwelling on these cups that are spilled over, not seeing the ones behind him,
Behind it.
which that's what this is.
Yep. That's
That's
it.
what that is. So it's there for you. You just have to
Turn around
trust.
and look.
Turn
Yeah.
around and look. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do this for Marianne.
Okay.
She has a 34-year-old homeless son.
Okay.
He's estranged himself with a lot of mental health
Mm.
issues. There are a lot of people dealing with this,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry you are. And I send lots of love to him. I
Yeah.
do. I do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that. All right, Marianne. Oh, he has a lot of fiery energy.
Mm.
He has a lot of like intense energy. This Ace of Fire, or sorry, Knight of Fire. So I do feel that this is where he is right now. I feel like there's a lot of intense energy. I feel like there's like intensity, nothing, he can't commit. He might be kind of all over the place, you know, really not sticking to one thing. It could have something to do with where I just feel it's very erratic behavior. But there's going to be a time where he's going to take some time to just rest and reflect and let go of everything. There is something of celebration coming up. So maybe he needs just time to himself to reflect, to do some self-reflection, to detach for a little while, to heal. There's something coming in, though, that's cause for celebration. So I do feel that there very well could be something worth celebrating coming up with regards to your son, and looking into the future with new perspective. So the Two of Wands. So there's something new. There's going to be something new showing up. I don't know timelines again. I'm not sure, but I think he needs some time. I think he needs
He's
some
a
time.
Leo, she said.
Leo
Wow.
fire energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going
Wow.
through stuff for sure. But
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
just give him some time there. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And thank everybody for coming in. Jen's World. Oh, yes. I have a lot of people on here that have their own channels,
Oh,
and they're
good.
wonderful people. And
Nice.
they're saying that you are great and they have
Oh,
enjoyed
thank
this great
you.
deal. So
Oh,
maybe they'll reach out to you as well. And
do. I'm happy to
yeah,
connect with
I
everyone,
think that would
anyone.
be great. Maybe you can do something together. That's
Definitely.
what we're trying to do here so much is we know we work alone, but we collaboration and community really
Hmm.
it sort of puts the frosting on the cake. So
Yeah.
I thank
Thank
you.
you.
You can
Thank
come
you.
anytime back to my
I
channel.
would
I would
love
love
that. I would love that.
it. Thank you very much. And thank you
You're
to
welcome.
everybody in the chat. And I'll be back again in about another hour to interview Linda Grindle. So thank you all. Take care and have a good
Bye.
one. Bye bye.